Okay, so this is the crazy shit that's happened to me while I was dating. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. You might think I'm lying, but I promise you I do not have to lie. I do not have to lie to kick it. So my instincts must be on point. This was when I was even younger. And I was just like, living my life, desperate for love, not admitting it, of course, but dating the wrong people, hoping I'll find it. I thought if I expressed how I really felt and what I really wanted, it would scare people away. Just silly crap like that. Got my own apartment. And paying attention to my surroundings, people coming out of my building. And I'm just trying to be open to meeting people in a natural way. Not a forced way or, in a toxic place, just, apartment building. One day I get a knock on my door. Knock, knock, knock. And I'm like, who is this? And it's a guy who's trying to advertise those lower your electricity bill or whatever. You get electricity service from a different provider and it's a cheaper rate or something. So he comes by, he set an appointment and everything. Explains what he was, showed me, credentials and proof. And I had already seen him around going to other apartment building doors, and discussing the same thing. So I was like, okay, let's see what he's talking about. Because, he's a younger guy, so I'm like, okay, you never know. Let's see what he thinks. Let's see what he about. So, of course, he comes in. He's all about the business, talking about what the services and whatnot. First thing I noticed, though, is, this guy talks a lot. He talks a lot. I know you're trying to sell me something at this time, but that should have been the first red flag. He talks a lot. He talks a lot, but wouldn't maintain eye contact for very long. But that should have been a red flag. Set up service, he leaves, and then on his way out, I think the conversation might change or something. I give him my number. He already knows where I live. I'm gonna find out he lived in the building too. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So give him my number. He comes back at another day to hang out. And then again, the whole time we're hanging out, talking the entire time. And talking to her, he doesn't really give me a chance to say anything. And it was just kind of okay, either he's really forthcoming about himself or he's trying to distract me from something. You could see, I'm sorry, oil, damn, a lot of oil in here. Shit, oh. So I'm noticing he's talking a lot, trying to cover up or something. But it was strange. So then I started asking him questions, which I do a lot because I'm very observant of people. And so I started asking him questions about his life and stuff. Or where are you from? How long you been here? Because he had lived on another floor or something with his brother. Come to find out, he was like, oh, he just got out of jail. I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna hate. I know a lot of our young black men run into trouble at some point in their life. So, I'm open to it. So I was trying to hear the reason for it. So he says that he was in jail for something drug related. He said he got 8 years or 3 years. I know that's a big difference, but sorry. In my mind, 3s and 8s look very similar. So I don't remember if he said he was in there for 3 years or 8 years. I think he said he was in there for 3 years. Then he had an 8-year-old kid. Might have been a girl. I don't know. But he said he was in jail for 3 years, whatever. So he didn't lie about being in jail. I'll tell you how I know. He was very honest with that. And then after that, it was just okay, I'm asking you all these questions. You're not really asking nothing about me, but then you're kind of talking. Just talking about a lot. Talking about how he has some people who are into music and stuff. Because I was really into music at the time. So, of course, conveniently, he knows somebody who's into music. As if you're going to put me on. Because, I'm just like a weird girl. Like, I got scars on my face and shit. I'm like this some weird random girl. Like, what type of promises you making me? But, you know, just like being open to finding someone to spend time with. You know, just wanting to be wanted. I know it sounds pitiful, but it's the truth. So, here's where shit gets weird. Where I live. Oh, and keep in mind, the service that I signed up for, I remember I was like furious because it ended up being more per month. Because it like gave you like a flat rate per month, but I wasn't using that much electricity. It was just me. So I was like, you need to come and cancel this shit right now. And he did. And I used that as my out to stop talking to him. Like, oh shit, I fucked up with this, so she probably don't want to talk to me. I used that as my out. It kind of worked. But so time goes by. And years go by, actually. And something came up probably a couple of years ago that made me download Public Data Check. Now, let me tell you, Public Data Check will tell you everything as far as like real names, aliases, addresses, and criminal records. So, I was like, this guy was a little bit weird. Let me look him up. I searched this man's name. Guess what came up? 72 charges. 72. You're not gonna believe what for. 72 charges. Not only for drug related, but like traffic stuff, you know. That's not the worst though. 72 charges for attempted relations with like a minor. I don't know the actual name of it. But yeah, this dude was like a pedophile. Yes. Like, I think the girl was like 13 in one charge and like 15 on another charge. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, man, God was watching out for me. He was watching out for me. Like, for real. It's like, you know, telling how that would have went. Like, no, I wasn't a minor, but that's probably why he was so awkward, because he wasn't used to talking to grown women. But yeah, domestic violence charges, it's like a whole bunch of crazy shit. I should have known something was up. I should have looked sooner. You know. But hey. Yeah, so crazy shit that happened to me was that Cleveland. Anyway.